Well, we're down here with Diane down at Wavra Farms. Diane, we are surrounded by color, and today it looks like you picked out some of your favorite perennials and some of your favorite annuals. So let's start at this side of the table and let's check out some of your perennials.
Wonderful. So one of our favorites is the Himalayan honeysuckle. It's right there in the middle. It's got some gorgeous chartreuse color. It's going to flower later in the season, but until then you stick with that color all summer long. It's going to go towards the back of the border. It's going to get some height to it. Down on the corner, we have the Tradescantia Blushing Bride. That's going to be more of a shady garden plant. Okay. So it's something that could mix in easily with your hardy fuchsias or your hostas. And then it pairs really nicely with this lovely Astilbe right here in front of you, Ryan.
Well, that would be pretty cute because the Tradescantia, it gets kind of a pink tinge.
It sure does. All of its new growth is going to be very complementary to that Astilbe. Of course, you can't forget the foxgloves. Foxgloves are blooming this time of year. They kind of add that cottage garden feel. They also make a really nice cut flower. So people are really happy with those.
And pollinator friendly.
They sure are. And so they're definitely going to bring those birds and bees to your garden, along with this lovely little lobelia in the front, this laxiflora. It kind of has got like a parrot beak kind of face on that. And that's going to be another hummingbird favorite. And then, of course, we have this new one, the sedum looking one. And I'm just going to let you put the name at the bottom of the screen. It does have quite a long name. We call it lamb's tail. So even though this does look like a succulent, it's going to take part shade. Okay. It does like to be a little on the wetter side. However, it will go dry as well. It's kind of a rockery garden thing. And it blooms for a good part of the first part of the summer season. So you're going to be covered with some yellow flowers.
And I'm assuming it looks like you could just deadhead these off and still have just kind of a nice name.
You sure could. And it's also one of those award winners with the Royal Horticultural Society. So it has won some awards. Down below we have the little Geum, the rock rose. Now, of course, the Geums, they're going to be an evergreen. So you're going to have a little pop of color there in the wintertime when the flowers are gone. Right.
And then it's another one of those kind of deadheaded repeat bloomer.
And those are just easy to deadhead. Of course, you can't forget some of the annuals.
Right, and then you have, these are the great color. These are going to give it that pop of color
all
summer long.
They are. So we love the Cleomes. This is Seniorita, Rosalita. Gotta love that name, right? Just says summer all over the place. And then I like to follow that with the little Sun Impatient down there in the front. That is one of our vigorous ones. And so you get that great foliage, blooms all summer. The little Gumfrea next to it is one of the proven winners. The little forest, Plum. And then, of course, we do have a brand new Guinea Impatient this year called Roller Coaster.
The size of that bloom is just spectacular.
And it starts out as these unique little rosebuds, and then they just open to this little ruffled petal. It does come in other colors as well, but it adds a unique flower to your shade garden. Yeah.
And then it looks like some Coleus in here.
Of course, Coleus is very popular here at Wavra Farms, and we've got all the shades and colors. Easy for sun or shade, low maintenance.
And it's kind of one of those, just a great accent to kind of go with anything. Right?
Yes, and depending on the color, we can pop that in and add a splash to any color choice or pattern that you pick. Of course, we love the Euphorbias. This is called Diamond Mountain. Okay. Diamond Mountain goes about 3 foot tall, 3 foot around. So it's one of those that's really easy to stick into the landscape, and pests and bugs don't seem to bother it.
And this one looks a little bit more open.
It is. It's not quite so tight as Diamond Frost.
And then behind us is something that's pretty cool. That's, you know, the color on this is neat.
And this is just fantastic. This is called the blue shrimp plant, or the honeywort, or the Cerinthe. It is kind of a tender perennial, so hardy to zone 8. It is deer resistant, and the hummingbirds and the pollinators just tend to love this little plant.
So, you know, with such a great selection down here, you know, with either the annuals or the perennials, it's probably okay to mix these all together.
Oh, it sure is. And then along with hanging baskets and shrubs and perennials, I mean, you just get the whole garden gamut.
The whole package deal.
Sure do.
You know, so make sure you come down and visit Diane and her staff down at your Wavra Farms. You know, we're just surrounded by the colors, you know, like you said, you know, the shrubs, the baskets, the annuals, and the perennials. Always something blooming and going on down here. So Diane, it's always a pleasure to be down here, and, you know, have a great selection.
Thank you.